And we are live. Hello, everyone. This hour on Verbling, the next in my Grammar Garage series. In today's Grammar Garage, how to tell an anecdote, which means talking about the past with past time expressions. Also, maybe a little review of the narrative tenses, the tenses that we use, the verb tenses that we use to talk about past events in different ways, in a more sophisticated way than just saying something in a particular moment. We actually saw 3 verb tenses in the last class, so we might want to do a quick review of those as well. This is going to be a continuation of a class that we started on Tuesday, but we'll have some new material and lots of time to practice. In this custom-tailored lesson, you will learn how to tell a personal story. By the end of the class, you will master how to use time expressions to clearly refer to events in your story, like a native speaker would. You'll put that into practice in a fun and fast-paced role play until it's perfect. All of that and more coming up in just a moment. First, let me do a quick introduction, and then we will get started. So, I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, coming at you from Lisbon, Portugal, to bring you this class. By the way, if you click on that link in the chat window, trying to get my name on the screen, 1 second. If you click on my link in the Verbling chat window, it'll take you to my profile page where you can follow me to see all my upcoming group classes. Also, you can schedule a private tutoring session with me where I'll help get you to your goals as soon as possible. I'll create a personalized learning plan with you so that we can address your particular learning challenges. Okay, so that's a little bit about the class and a bit about me. Here is how to tell an anecdote. If you want a copy of this, you can click that link if you want a copy of this for your computer. And here's what we're going to do to begin. Oh, I should just say hello to everyone quickly. Make sure your mics are working. First person I saw was Carolina Hurtado. Hello, Carolina. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Very good. Where are you from, Carolina?
I'm from Bogota, Colombia.
From Bogota. Fantastic. Excellent. And let's see. Then I saw Anna Carolina. Welcome back, Anna Carolina. How are you today?
Hi, teacher. Good morning. I just woke up right now. This is
Good
my
morning.
first class. Good morning. I am drinking coffee. I am still half asleep.
Okay, I'm sure you'll wake up. I hope it's good coffee. Then I saw Sylvia. Hi, Sylvia. How are you? Welcome
Hi.
back.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Natasha. Welcome back, Natasha.
Thank you very much. Hello, it's good to see you.
Okay, fantastic. So, ladies, were any of you in the Tuesday class? Maybe you were, Sylvia. I can't remember.
I was there.
You were. Okay. The rest of you weren't, but that's okay because we're going to do something new anyway. Here's what I'd like you to do. I'm going to tell you a little story, an anecdote. And then I'm going to show you a few pictures. You're going to see if you can tell me the rest of the story using the pictures based on what you hear in the very beginning. Okay? So, Sylvia, because you were here, you can tell us if they're getting it right or wrong. After that, we're going to look in detail at the grammar of telling a story in the past. What kind of verb tenses you need, what kind of expressions, that kind of thing. Okay? So, oh, and let me say a quick hello to Ahmed. Hello, Ahmed. How are you?
I'm doing well today.
Very good.
Yeah.
And just remind me, because I have many Ahmeds, which Ahmed are you? Is this, you've been here before, right?
Yeah, I think just one class before.
Where are you from?
Egypt.
From Egypt. Okay, fantastic. Okay, excellent. So, since you're here, Mr. Ahmed, take a look at the picture of the screen and tell me, first of all, what is an anecdote? That's a big word. Do you know what that means?
No.
Let's see if we can clarify what that means first. If I tell you, let's go to Carolina from Bogota. If I tell you an anecdote, what kind of thing am I going to tell you about? Give me a rough idea. What do you think? Want to take a guess, Carolina? I don't hear
Excuse
Carolina.
me, are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. Can you tell me again, please?
Sure. I'm asking about the word anecdote. Okay?
Okay. An anecdote is an story about something that happened to me
Very
in the
good, very
past.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a personal story. That's it. Okay, so that's the first thing I wanted to clarify. Let me just say a quick hello to Rohan coming back. Hello, Rohan. Nice to see you.
Hello, John. Thank you. Nice to see you too.
And Mr. Fernando as well. Hello, Fernando. How are you? Hello, Fernando. Is your mic working? Fernando Garcia Gomez? Going once, going twice. I don't hear Fernando. Fernando, when you get your microphone on, say hello to the group. If it's not working, you might want to leave and come back. Sometimes the Hangouts don't load correctly, okay? But say hello or write something in the chat window so I know that you can hear me. Okay, Mr. Rohan. So if an anecdote is a personal story, what were you here on Tuesday with us, Rohan? I can't remember.
I can't remember it as well.
Okay, fine. What do you think this anecdote is going to be about, looking at that picture?
About maybe eating at a restaurant.
Okay. All right. Go on. It's a personal story. It's about eating at a restaurant. What kind of restaurant?
Maybe Chinese.
Maybe Chinese?
Yeah.
Because you see those things,
Those sticks.
which are called chopsticks.
Chopsticks. Okay. Yeah.
Right. You see chopsticks? So maybe it's about a Chinese restaurant or perhaps a Japanese restaurant. Could be both. Or a Vietnamese restaurant or a Nepalese restaurant or I don't know where else they use chopsticks. Okay. Natasha, if this is a personal story, it probably has personal interests. It's important for some reason. So look at the words at the bottom of that picture. Do you see the yes and the no at the bottom of the screen?
Sorry, I'm sorry, but I'm don't understand exactly your last word.
Can you see the text at the bottom of the screen?
Yes,
Where it says yes.
how to tell an anecdote? Yeah?
Below, down.
Down. Oh, I'm sorry. It's for our precipitation. Okay, yes. More. No and yes. Yeah.
Exactly. So, what do you think the anecdote is going to be about at the Chinese or Japanese restaurant? Now that you see the no on the left and the yes on the right, what do you think it's going to be about?
Okay, it's maybe a different kind of dishes, but looking at this picture, I'm really not agree with this because I think that it's the same kind of food. But
But what is different? What is different?
Oh, okay, it's different plates, different napkins, and different different positions. These chopsticks.
Right. So which is the wrong position?
I think that. Okay. I'm sorry. Positions the chopsticks with into the pink bowl, pink plate.
Right. So you don't stick your chopsticks like you're stabbing something. That is
Yeah.
wrong, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, let's listen to the beginning of the story. Okay, forget about part 2. Just listen to part 1, and then I'm going to ask you to try to tell the rest of the story using the pictures that you see on the left side. Okay, so listen to part 1. Actually, I want you just to use, well, okay, you can follow along now. You can read it with me. Part 1. A couple of years ago, I worked in a sorry, little distraction. Sorry, got some noise over here. Sorry, let me start again. Part 1. A couple of years ago, I worked in Japan for a while. During the first week, I didn't go out much because I had a terrible cold. In the second week, I was feeling a bit better, and when some work colleagues invited me out, I said yes. We went to a restaurant in the evening, and my new friends explained to me how to use chopsticks. It was difficult at first, but after some practice, I was using them really well, and I didn't need to ask for a fork. It was my first time outside of Britain, and I was eating Japanese style like a native. I was feeling quite pleased with myself, and then the problem started. So let's take a look. What I want you to do here, look at those pictures. What I want you to do here is, whoops, give me a second. This is, whoops, sorry, I got to get to the right page of my screen. Look at the photos. Don't look at part 2 yet. And I want you to guess how the story probably continues. Sylvia was here. She's going to tell us if we're in the right track or if we're in the wrong track. Okay? So, what do you think? Rohan, why don't you give us our first guess? Take a look at those pictures and tell me what you think happens next. Or what do you think happens in the second part? Give me one guess. You can
Sorry,
pick
John, I
any
didn't
picture
get the
you
question.
like.
Yeah.
Pick any picture you like and tell me what's something that
Okay.
you think is going to happen in the part 2.
Okay. I take a picture. I take C.
Take
Picture
C.
C.
What's happening in C?
The guy is sick. He's a cold, maybe.
Right. We know he's sick in part 1,
Yeah.
and then he feels better and he goes out and he has dinner with them.
Yeah.
So what do you think? What do you think is going to happen in part 2 of the story with his cold or with his sneezing?
Oh, maybe he goes to the pharmacy and gets some medicine, and then gets well.
All while he's at dinner with his friends? What do you think is going to happen in the restaurant?
Ah, okay. While he is sick.
While he's at the restaurant that evening. Remember, what did he just learn to do that he couldn't do before, Rohan?
He learned to use the chopsticks.
Exactly, and he thinks he's an expert.
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to go well? Is he really an expert?
No, I don't think so. Maybe he will
No.
drop the food.
Exactly. Maybe he'll drop the food. So in picture C, what do you think is going to happen that will make his perfect evening less perfect? Using picture C, Rohan, what's going to happen?
Oh, okay. During dinner, he will sneeze and
Right.
and maybe perhaps the food will come out of his mouth and fall down on the table.
Exactly. and what will people do?
Yeah, they will maybe get annoyed and yeah, look weird at him.
Right. And remember, we're in Japan, so we have to think about how what the reaction might be. What's the culture like? Okay, but that's a good guess. That's a good guess. Let me go to someone else as well. Okay? So pick a picture. Okay? Let's go with Anna Carolina. We did picture C. What else do you think is going to happen during this dinner? Pick another picture and give us an idea.
Okay. I was there in the restaurant with my friends, believing that I was doing really well with the chopsticks. However,
So picture. Oh,
uh,
I'm sorry. Continue. Sorry.
sorry, teacher.
I
Okay,
interrupted. Sorry. Continue.
okay. However, a, a couple hours ago, no, a couple hours later, sorry, teacher. A couple
Right?
hours later, someone ordered a bowl of soup, and then I realized that there was no spoon, and I was awkward, wondering what
you're
I should do.
you're in trouble. Okay, fantastic. So that's like letter A, right? Picture A.
Yes,
Fantastic. Excellent. Okay, good. Notice class, how she used some of those time expressions to actually tell the story too, right? A couple of hours later, or later in the meal, someone ordered soup. Suddenly, I was in trouble because I was so good at chopsticks, but I didn't know what to do with the chopsticks and the soup. Perfect. Excellent. Let's see if we can try one or two more. We've also got some people joining us now. Let me say hello to Omar. Welcome to class, Omar. How are you? Hello, Omar. Are you there? I don't hear Omar. Let's say hello to Maestra. Hello, Maestra.
Hi, how are you?
Very good. Where are you from, Maestra?
I'm from Ecuador.
From Ecuador. Fantastic. And Omar, where are you from?
I'm from Saudi Arabia.
From Saudi Arabia. Okay, excellent. So right now we're working on how to tell a personal story, and this is a grammar garage. So we're going to look at the grammar of time expressions in this class. A moment ago, before you joined, we heard the beginning of a story, and we're using those time expressions and the pictures to guess what happens in the second part. We've got two guesses so far. In picture C, Rohan said, during the meal, I sneezed. I'm putting this in the past tense for you, Rohan. During the meal, I sneezed, and food came out of my mouth all over the table, and it was embarrassing. Something like that. And Anna Carolina in picture A said, I was so good at chopsticks, but when they brought out the soup, I didn't know what to do. That would be pretty funny, actually. Okay, so maybe we can do one or two more pictures. Let me call on someone I haven't done yet. So let's see. How about, let's go back to Mr. Ahmed. We've done A and C. Pick another picture and make a guess about another thing that happens in part 2 of our story. Okay, Ahmed?
Okay, I'll choose number P.
Letter
Letter B. Okay.
letter D. Excellent. See if you can tell it in the past tense with the time expression as well. Give it a try. Imagine you're talking about this as a personal anecdote from a year ago. So what happened in letter D?
So he was good at using stick for all types of food.
Chopsticks.
Yeah,
Yep.
But when he tried to eat rice,
Right.
he couldn't use sticks, and
Chopsticks.
and
Chopsticks. Repeat. Chopsticks.
chopsticks. Okay.
Good.
And it was embarrassing for him.
And it was embarrassing. Okay.
Embarrassing for him because he don't know how to eat the rice.
He don't or he didn't?
She didn't.
Excellent. You got to use the past. Fantastic. Could you say that again? But this time, I want you to pick one of those time expressions on the right side. On the right side of the screen. You can talk about. Think about what you did. Did you talk about a specific point in time? Did you relate 2 points in time, or did you talk about a period? So think about how you described what happened.
Okay, I will choose number 2 times.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Before she got finish her meal,
Right.
uh,
What happened?
she tried to eat some rice and she couldn't.
Okay, excellent. Maybe before it got cold. Maybe she was waiting and waiting because she was embarrassed. I don't know if it's a she or he in the story, actually, but we'll say she for now. Maybe she was waiting and waiting because she was so embarrassed, but before it got cold, she tried to use the chopsticks, and what happened?
Mm,
Did she succeed?
no.
And no. What did she do? She... Give me a verb in the past. What did she do with the food? She... Or what did she do with the rice?
She couldn't eat the rice.
She couldn't eat the rice? Perhaps she dropped it all over the table.
Okay,
Yeah?
right, yeah.
Excellent. Very good, very good. Perfect use of relating two times. Perfect. Okay. Let's see. Who else did not get a chance? Carolina, our friend from Bogota. I'm talking to you. Are you there, Carolina?
Yeah.
Excellent. Look at picture B, and I want you to tell me the reaction of our... I don't know if it's a he or she in the story, but tell us the reaction of this person's friends. Okay? What do you think the reaction is
About the
going to
picture
be?
B, right?
About picture B, that's right. If you can,
Excuse me, my
try to talk
connection
about
is
it.
interrupted.
Okay. Can you hear me okay?
About the picture B?
That's right.
No, it's like cutting all the time, but I think it's better now. I have to talk about the picture B, right?
You're making a guess about the reaction of this person's friends in the second part of the story. Look at the picture. How do they react?
I think that they were laughing about her because she couldn't use the chopsticks.
Okay, fantastic. Excellent. Can you say that again, but this time use one of the time expressions on the right side. Tell it like a story. Imagine you're telling a personal story. You can...
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm reading which one I'm going to use.
Probably the easiest would be the second one, relating two times, because there you use just the simple past. Okay, so that one will be a little bit easier for you. Give it a try.
Okay.
Which expression
it could be like since she couldn't use the chopstick, she was embarrassed, and the people was looking at her. The people were, yeah, I'm sorry. People were looking at her, but in the end, they were laughing together about her.
Ah, wow. That's pretty good, because that's actually something that happens in the story.
Yeah, I closed the story.
In the end, they all laugh together. Okay.
Yeah.
Sylvia, you were here on Tuesday. Looking at those pictures and using the time expressions, tell us what really happened. Can you remember the events more or less?
Yes. So,
okay, by the way, you don't have to look back at the story, do it from memory, but see if you can use all the letters, all the pictures, and see if you can use at least one time expression in each sentence that you use. So you're going to do this from memory, and then we're going to compare, okay?
Yes, so a couple of years ago, he went in Japan for the first time, and For the first week, he was ill. He didn't hang out with friends, with anyone. And then during the second week, he met some colleague that asked him to go out. He said yes. So at dinner, he was cold before. So at dinner, he sneezed, and during dinner, and it is considered a really bad thing to do in Japan. So no one spoke with him at all for this.
So, in letter C, it's considered really rude, yeah, to sneeze at the table.
Oh. Hi.
His connection dropped. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes, we can.
Let's do something while we are waiting.
Yeah.
Let's play 20 questions. Do you know how to play? Sylvia?
What?
Guys? What do you think about playing 20 questions while we are waiting?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Yes, sure.
Alright. Guys, Sylvia is going to think of an object, and we have to ask questions, and the answer has to be yes or no, and we are going to try to guess. Okay?
Okay.
Alright. Did you think of something, Sylvia?
Yes.
Okay. Is it made of wooden?
No. It's
Okay.
no.
Okay. Hold on. Ask Sylvia a question.
I'm sorry?
We are playing 20 questions.
Okay. Is Sylvia your real name?
No, we are trying to guess an object.
Okay. Is it heavy?
You have to ask it. Okay, great.
Is it heavy?
It could be. It's incantable.
Guess what?
It's
Heavy.
incantable. So yes, it could be also really heavy.
Okay.
It's incantable.
Okay, maestra, Amy.
Is a toy?
No.
Okay.
Fernando. Carolina.
Excuse me, I didn't understand. What are we going to guess?
Sylvia just thought of an object. We are going to try to guess It's not made of wooden. It is heavy, and it is not a toy.
Okay, it's an object of wooden and it is not a toy.
No, it's not of wooden. It is heavy, and it is not a toy.
Okay. Is it something that you have in your house?
No. So it's
No.
not a real object. It's not something. It's touchable, but it's not a real object.
Okay.
Ahmed,